Hello everybody. Well, today I will welcome you to our first video for this school year. So we will focus on Unit 1 and particularly 1A, the numbers, systems, integers, and also mentioning opposite ordering of those numbers and integers. So, um, since that will be your first time experience, I will try to go a little bit slower and help you and direct you with all the expectations and what I'm looking for. And the very first thing, when you have your notes in the video ready to go, you have to have your pencil ready, and also I want you to focus on the left column here. So this one, I will just zoom it a little bit so you can see better. It's called practice assignment. And the practice assignment will be provided for you. So under 2.1 practice A worksheet, you will know that once the video is done, once you're done with all written notes, then your focus will be on the practice assignment. Of course, all of those requirements will be uploaded via Schoology, and you will have to complete each one of the steps in order to be able to move on. So, go ahead, write this down, and then move to the right and look at this big introduction information. Normally, this little box will say which level or which mission we're going to accomplish. So level 1 or mission 1 will be number 1 for today. And the topic is opposites and ordering of numbers. Then here's a little bit information about our learning goal, what we will mainly discuss. So when we are talking about opposites and ordering number, we want to make sure we order numbers from least to greatest. That's the right way. Always on the left side will be the least numbers, and on the right side, or moving to the right, we will order numbers to the greatest. So we have given two short examples with a few numbers of each. Let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 has 6, 15, 0, 9, 11, 4. So if I ask you how you're going to order those positive numbers, well, I believe you will begin with 0 first. So I will put 0 first. Then I will double check the numbers and I will say, okay, well, after 0 we have 4. After 4 we have 6. After 6 we have 9. After 9 we have 11, and then 15. So there you go. We just ordered the numbers from left to the right, from least to the greatest. How about number 2? Number 2 has 12, 47, 71, 0, 18, and 1. Well, obviously the smallest number here is 1. Then is 12. Oh, hold on. Did I miss something here? Yes, I did. We have 0. So 0 is the very small number that actually will go first, because that will be the least number of the whole given number line. So we have 0, 1, 12. Then will be 18. Then will be 47, and then 71. And sometimes I like to cross out the ones that I'm already done with. This, it kind of helped me to keep track. So here is 0, 1, 12, 18, 47, 71. That way I know there are no numbers left and I'm done with my job here. If you need a little bit time, and I believe so, you're not ready yet to move on, I would say pause the video, and once you're done with your notes, you can move on and keep playing the video. So, very important thing with the video is that the power is in your hands. You can always stop the video, you can pause the video, you can rewatch the video, you can do whatever you want. Isn't that amazing? And that will help you learn better, of course. So please pause the video, finish your notes, and when you're ready, come back. I will continue with my recording. So what are opposite numbers or opposites? I just mentioned that the main focus will be to classify those numbers, and we already start with some positives. Now, every time you have to classify numbers, think about number line, the one that we all are very well familiar with. If you have a long line, you know that 0 normally stays in the middle of the line. Then we have all negatives to the left. That's why I put negative sign here. And then we have all positive numbers to the right. So once you have the number line, you know your negatives and positives, then easily you can find where will be the right location for all of those given. So in some cases we work with fractions, in some cases with decimal numbers, in some cases we have to convert a negative of negative number to the final sign, which could be positive, could be negative. So we're going to take a look at some of those cases. First number that we're supposed to place out on the number line is negative 10. Notice we have only one negative, which is odd number. That means negative sign and number 10 stays as a negative 10. So right here on the top I will place negative 10 and I will be done with this number. Next one is negative and negative 12. We remember from last year, when we have two negative signs and we combine them, they always change to positive. So negative negative 12 is actually equal to a positive 12. So I'm going to put 12 up here. Then let's take a look of this one, negative negative 8. So what do we do with this one? Again, we combine those two negatives, they change to plus, and this number becomes positive 8. So we are done with this one. Next one will be 0. So 0 is always in the middle of the line. So that will be my location, which is 0. And I will be done with this number as well. Now, oh my gosh, look at this. How many negatives do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 negatives. What number is 4? Even or odd? 4 negatives is an even number. Every time you have even number negative signs, it means this whole thing changes to positive. So one rule to remember, odd number negatives is equal negative number, even number negatives is equal positive number. So all these things actually is equal to positive 3. And 3 will be somewhere here in the number line between 2 and 4. Next, I want you to look this one. Negative of negative of negative 20.5. Alright, so let's think about the rule of negative sign. How many negatives do we have? We have 3 negatives. 3 negatives makes odd number negative sign, which means this will be equal to negative 20.5. Negative 20.5, if you go back to the number line, it's going to be far away somewhere here. So I will probably just put one mark over here and we'll say negative 20.5 approximately. Definitely we don't have all the numbers that are going. So just, being able to find out the location, I think will be good enough. Now, we have negative of negative 4 and 2/3. First, let's figure out the sign and then we will check the location. So negative and negative are, again, two negatives, even numbers, they change to positive sign. So we're going to look on the positive side of the number line and we have 4 and 2/3. Well, 2/3 is close to the next number, right? So here is 4. And if we have 2/3, 2/3 will be somewhere close to 5, which means I will just choose my approximate location for this number, and I will say 4 and 2/3 will be somewhere here between 4 and 5. Alrighty, so if you would like to hear again the exponential of this problem, please rewind the video, rewatch it. Otherwise, press the pause button, finish your notes, and then move on. I'm going to continue now with the next example. So next example of your notes is about how do we order integers from least to greatest. So if I have to order integers, normally it will be easier for me to use a number line. Why is that? Well, because the number line gives you a visual and it's a little bit easy to kind of think about where the numbers should be. And we have some negatives and some positive numbers. We also have 0, so I'm going to choose the location of 0 first. And because I have more negative numbers, that's why I choose 0 to be a little bit to the right, so I have space to write down my negatives. And I have also a positive number to write down. Let's start with the positive number. So 0 is done. Then we have 2. So I would say if I count this 1, 2, 2 will be right here. Then let's take a look at the negative numbers. So which number negative is the first one close to the 0? The first one close to the 0 will be negative 1, right? Then we go to negative 2. So this will be negative 2. Then what we have? We have negative 7, so maybe somewhere here. You don't have to be exactly super precise. Will be right there. And then negative 10, I would say right here. With that, my example will be completed and I'm done ordering the integers. Last few examples will be focused on some ordering as well, but also I would like to mention one real-life example. We discussed earlier in this class that we will focus on some of the real-life math examples, so let's take a look how do we use positive and negative numbers in the life. A meteorologist recorded the following temperatures over a 5-day period. Your job is, by looking the numbers, order them from greatest to least. So always make sure when you read the direction, listen carefully or read carefully. Order them from greatest to least. So we have to begin. What number of all those is the greatest one? Greatest means the temperature will be the hottest temperature. So negative 1, negative 12, 22, negative 4, 18. Obviously, if you look at all those, 22 degrees Fahrenheit will be the greatest temperature. So I'm going to put 22 first. Then we go to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Next one will be negative 1, negative 1 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it's getting really cold. We're moving to negative 12 degrees. And, oh, I have negative 4 here. I think I missed that. So let's erase, fix the mistake, and write down negative 4 after negative 1 because it is after. And finally will be negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit for all of those. So once we have the numbers, we can obviously go ahead and put them on the number line. The positives, again, they go to the left, so I will just pick a few spots for those numbers. I would say let's positive 18 be here and positive 22 be right there. Then I have negative 1, which will be over here, negative 4, and negative 12 maybe somewhere here. So again, since we are not marking the exact measurement, between each line, I just want you to put the numbers approximately on the right location. Don't worry if the distance from 0 to 18 and 0 to 12, it's not matching or not, the ratio would not be so accurate. Alright, so same steps. You'd keep the power, press pause, finish the examples, and then move to the next one. So example number 4 and 5 are just couple examples. They are additional examples to what you already learned. And at this point, I want you to copy those two down. I want you to solve them, or in other words, order the integers for the first one from least to greatest and the second one from greatest to least. And once you're done, come back to the video. So while you're working now on those two problems, you're not listening to the video. You're gonna pause the video, you will complete the problems, and then you will come back, we'll play the video and see if your answers matches mine. Awesome, let's do it. So pause the video and come back when you're ready. So the solution for number 4 is going to be, and we have from least to greatest, so the least number of those will be -8, then we have -5, then we have -3, then we have 2, 7, and 9. And of course, here is 0, -8, -5, -3, number 2, number 7, number 9. Awesome, all done. Negatives, 0, positives, everyone is in order. Next example, order the integers from greatest to least. So greatest again will be number 8, then will be number 6, then, so let me mark those down, then will be -4, then will be -12, and then will be -18. Now, that's good when you have to order and show which one is greater, which one is least. But when you're using number line, please always remember that negative numbers will be to the left and positive on the right side. So I have number 6 here, number 8 over here, -4, -12, and -18. Well, I hope your answer is matching mine. If they don't match, that will be a perfect time for you to fix your mistakes and do more practice examples in class. So keep in mind, if you have any questions, you can write down on this piece of paper and we will discuss them during class time, during practice time. If you're doing fine and well, then you will be ready to move to the next level or step of your learning process. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions and have a great day.